Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of WOW. WOW, when we started WOW, it was only because some people insisted that because we are not able to, meet you every day, or we cannot hear, whenever we have any questions, we don't know what to do, where to go. So this is what people were having issues. And that's how I said, okay, once in a while, we will get together, all of us on Zoom, because this happened at the lockdown period. So we decided that, okay, we will meet once in a while, and whatever your questions are, I'll try and answer them, because not that I know the answers of all the questions, because my journey of a seeker is still going on. The quest in me has not finished yet. This is how we started, and once in a while, and I don't know when and how it happened that it became a monthly program, and now I look forward to it. I look forward to this program, to meet you people, to listen to you, because when you people ask me questions, every question of yours brings a lot of awareness in me, a lot of answers to my other questions. So probably now I use you people to find out my quest. Because when when you are at home and you're working or you're teaching and you're constantly in work, you hardly get time to ask question yourself. But when you people ask, and as I said, always, everyone in your life is your mirror. I come to know so many answers of my own questions. So thank you so much, guys, for being there in my universe, in my life, and for asking the questions. Having said this, Kavita, this time we have got many questions on this, and you have most of them which are on the program. And as you know, I have a problem with multitasking. I can either read the question or I can answer the question. So I would suggest if you could ask me the questions and I could answer, that would be much easier for me.
Yes, sure.
And people from North, how is it doing? I believe a lot of winters, 3 degrees temperature. How is it doing there?
It's very cold, ma'am. Very cold here
cold,
in Delhi.
I'm loving it. It's the first time I'm loving the idea that North mein there it is cold, because I am not there.
Yeah, shall I begin?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this one is from Suman Ben. She says, in last WOW session, Miss Neerja
I
talked
have
about
just a small suggestion, Kavita. We will ignore or avoid the names. Please.
Okay. So in the last WOW session, Miss Neerja talked about we choose our parents before our birth. I want to know the concept behind this. How is it possible that we choose our parents?
So you see, what happens is once you leave your body and then you again take a body, you rest, your soul rest. And rest does not mean the way we say rest ki bistar pe let gaye and then you are resting and your head on the pillow and all that. When I say the soul rest, means that is the time the soul is in what have I done in the previous life? What is it that I was supposed to do? Did I complete my theme, my journey, my learning, or I got deviated somewhere? So your soul understands it completely and totally. And that is the thing what we say, the soul is resting. Now, when it is contemplating what I have done, how I have done, what should I do now next, so that whatever I have left behind, I should be able to complete it. All these things when you are doing, when the soul is doing, it is not alone. That is the time you have your guides with you. That is the time when you have your spirit guides with you, your higher self with you. And there are wise men on the panel who keep guiding you all the time. Look, this is what you did. You were supposed to do this. You had an option of doing this. You did not pick up this option. You deviated from your program because you took this option. And it is okay to take that option. There is nothing wrong in it. Only thing is, what you had gone to learn, you could not learn. So now when you go back on earth, school, you will have to learn this. Sometimes the soul itself decides and says, okay, when I go down, I will learn this, which I left. This I will keep it for another life. But all these things I will finish in these lives. What happens is, whatever learning you have decided that I'm going to learn, accordingly, those past lives only are opened in your aura. Otherwise, we have had so many past lives, all the past lives will never open. So this thing is done. Wise men do guide you that, listen, this is very difficult one, you will not be able to do. Why don't you learn this thing in another life, which is much easier for you, and finish this karmic baggage of yours in this life. So your, what do you call it, your panel of wise men definitely guide you. So once you have decided what is it that I'm going to learn, once the curriculum, the syllabus is there suggested, that's when you decide, you have a blueprint, how I am going to complete this syllabus. To complete a particular syllabus, to complete a particular learning, you need a particular set of parents. You cannot complete your learning at random wherever you go. No. For example, if in one life, say, you are a very arrogant, say, landlord, okay? And you have really given a lot of pain to your people, the kisans and the farmers. You have given them the money, but while taking the money back, you had been very rude. And in the bargain, you've lost all your relationships. Now, what will happen? When you have to come down, in this life, you say, well, I was supposed to be the protector of all these people. That is the reason why God made me the leader, but I got deviated from my plan. And what I did was, I really was very arrogant, rude, cruel to these people. I was supposed to protect them. I became their bhaksha. So now in this life, I have to experience good relationship. All right. Now, when you have to experience good relationships, you come down to a family where you can experience good relationship. Now, when you die and you don't have a very good relationship and you have been very arrogant, the last thought is, see, today I'm dying, I'm sitting all alone. I have so much of money, but nobody is here. You know, everybody's sort of waiting for me to die so that they can just go and put me somewhere. Nobody is even sad that I am dying. And this is painful. And because it is painful, now in this life, this guy wants to experience the relationship. And to experience that relationship, now he needs to come to he already has a belief system that because I had so much of money, I was so rich, that is the reason why I could not maintain or balance my relationship. I became arrogant. So now I do not have to have a lot of money, because if the money comes, I'll be arrogant. If I'm arrogant, I won't be able to nurture the relationships. So in this life, I do not need, he will come on this earth with a pre-notion, with a pre-programming that money makes you arrogant and lose your relationship. And now he will choose parents who are not very rich. They have love for each other. Husband, wife have a lot of understanding and love for each other, but they won't have the money because he has a fear, already a belief system that money will make me arrogant. Now, when the soul is there, when you are in a soul form, remember, you are limitless. All the teen lok, all the dimensions for you are open. You can visit wherever you want to. You can see whatever you want to, and you understand things without any ego because you don't have a mind. Mind is the one which brings you ego. So since it is limitless for you, it becomes so easy for you to decide where I went wrong and where I don't want to do this next time, and which parents will I need. For them, money or no money is one and the same thing. Rich and poor, these judgments come through our mind, through our upbringing, through our critical filter, through our egos. But when you are there and you are deciding what is it that you're going to learn on earth, none of these are working. And since none of them are working, you can easily pick up the parents who are very poor, who are beggars, doesn't matter to you. But once you come down, and the moment you have your karmic mind with you, you forget your blueprint. You forget, I am the one who's chosen these parents who are so poor, because this is from where I'm going to learn what I'm supposed to learn. We forget. And then we start cursing, yelling, getting upset on our luck. What a destiny, what luck is this I have? I've got such poor people. How come other people are born in such rich family? Why can't I be born in such family? All these things come through the mind, through the critical filter, through the upbringing we have, through our social, economical, education, religious upbringings. And therefore now, I am so upset. We forget we are the ones who have chosen these parents. And soul can see from there where am I going? Soul can easily see these people are poor and they are going to remain poor. So let me take birth over here. So soul will choose us. We are on the earth. The parents are on the earth. So parents under any circumstances cannot decide which soul to give birth to. Because we are in limits. We have everything limited. Souls over there have no limitation. So they choose the parents according to their blueprint. Am I clear on this? All right. Yeah, Kavita, next.
My questions for wow, there are a number of questions, 2, 3. So she says, one of my uncles committed suicide when I was about 9 months or so. I was at the village at home with my parents when it happened. It is very vivid, and I'm surprised that I can still remember scenes from then, while not the other happy ones after that, which my mother would always speak about. That's the first question.
So when you think about your uncle who committed suicide when you were 9 months, how does it make you feel even now? Maybe his death had to teach you something that you were supposed to learn. It's a part of your learning syllabus that you had chosen on this earth in this life. So that you would remember. See, we remember everything in any case. Everything is in your mind, subconscious mind. None of the memories go away. All the memories are there in our subconscious mind, in the modern memory, along with the emotions. And that is the reason why, if you had a very bad episode when you were 1 year old, and today you're 40-year-old, you think about that episode and you can cry. Or you can get angry. So the emotion can come even now. Why? Because every memory is stored with us with the emotion. So when you think about your uncle, this emotion may, whatever emotion you get, I don't know, you get angry, you feel helpless, you feel pity, you feel, I don't know, anxiety, whatever you are experiencing when you think of it, that emotion is the one that you need to work on and heal it. Therefore, you will remember that. And you will not remember the happy ones, because from the happy ones, you don't have to learn anything. It's not a part of your journey. It's a part of your journey to only experience it and not to learn anything. That is why you remember that. Yeah, it is very possible if people can remember their past life. And when we work with our clients, so people who are hypnotherapists over here, they all know people can easily regress to their mother's womb also. So 9 months old though is still a big one. You can even regress to your mother's womb. It's possible. And without taking the help of the therapist, you can still regress to your mother's womb. It's possible. Okay? Because your consciousness is lying there only. Wherever is your consciousness, you can easily reach there. Mother's womb, past life, this life, coming life, you can. Your astral body recognizes it. Yeah, so it can go there. Yeah, next question.
The same person. I had a macular hole in my right eye, underwent a successful surgery, then had to undergo a cataract for the same eye as it is a side effect of the earlier surgery. But I have been having rebound inflammation in that eye again and again. That's it.
The right eye. So whoever is this person, if you're listening to the answers, my question to you is, what is it in your environment that you don't want to see? What is giving you pain in seeing something in your environment and you really do not want to see it? Because cataract generally what does is makes a very, your perspective or your way of looking at things very peripheral or very, what do you call it? Hazy. It doesn't let you see it clearly. So first check what is in your life, in your environment that you don't want to even look at it clearly. You're just giving it a hazy look. Okay, no, this has never happened to me. You're still in denial. The day you're able to look at it clearly and understand how and what is it going to teach you, that's the day your right eye will stop giving you this problem. You will not have to go again and again for the surgery or whatever issue. Check, what is it? Face it. Take it with the horns. Abhi to ho gaya jo hona tha. Now, what did it teach me? How did I benefit from it? Only if you see these two things, it will be easier for you to get the clear picture. Once you have a clear picture of this issue in your life, you will be very clear in everything else that you see. The cataract will go away.
Next one.
Yeah.
Same person.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yes, Kavita.
Okay. What should I do to stop the blocks that keep popping up whenever I want to do something for myself?
This is a very, very common question. I think I have seen this type of question, one or two more in the last few days. Why there is a blockage when I do anything for myself? If I do for others, it is all good. I have many people who come up with this question also. If I am working for somebody else's business, to developing business for others, it does very well. But the moment I want the business to do well for myself, which means like, if I'm a job, I was a very good business developer, BT work was very good. But then I thought, if I'm so good and I can fetch so much of business, why not for myself? And I left the job and I started it myself. And then I realized, no, I am not being able to do that. This is a very, very common issue. Point is this: how much do you think and believe you are worth yourself? How much do you believe? If there has been a lot of self-gaslighting since the childhood, of course, we get into self-gaslighting if there's a gaslighting from outsiders, from our environments. And if you have been told from the childhood that somebody else is more important than you, it is very selfish to do things for yourself. Very bad thing to do for yourself. You have to be a very sacrificing person. If you have been watching too much Meena Kumari movies and you have seen how she has been sacrificing life for everybody else, and then people applaud in the end of the movie and say, wow, what a heroine. If these are the things in your mind, you will never, ever be able to do anything for yourself. You will create manifest blockages. And it can be a physical block, it can be a mental block, it can be an emotional block, social block, anything. So important is, how much do you believe you deserve for yourself, what you are organizing for others? That's very important. Look into that, and you will be able to do things for yourself. If there is somebody from the childhood had been telling you, you're good for nothing, you're good for nothing, you can't do anything, what useless person. If somebody's been gaslighting you, whether it is your parents, it can be your sibling, it can be your teacher. If somebody is gaslighting you, then you start believing what others have been saying, especially the parents. क्योंकि बच्चे पेरेंट्स पर पूरा विश्वास करते हैं, क्योंकि केवल उनके पे विश्वास करके, स्पेशली द मदर्स, वो मदर्स पे विश्वास करके the soul has taken that womb. And when mother says all these things, then they start believing she's right. She can't be wrong. She's my mother. And same is with the fathers also. If the fathers gaslight their children, what useless you are. Arenini, you can't do anything. You know what? I'm a self-made man. We used to travel 20 kilometers and then go to school. We didn't have this, we didn't have that. हम बिजली के नीचे बैठ के वो post lamp के नीचे बैठ के पढ़ते थे. All these nonsense, you know, mostly the fathers do it. Or they are very, very proud of the fact that we are self-made. And they feel that they are better than others because they are self-made. What's there? What is a great thing about being self-made? Your parents didn't have the resources. You could not use those resources, and then you become self-made. So big deal. If somebody has resources and somebody knows how to use the resources, and without using those resources, he has become something. How can he be lesser than you? Unnecessarily self-made को हम लोगों ने इतना बड़ा great वो बना दिया. There's nothing great about it. नहीं थे facilities, नहीं थी. अब अगर आज की तारीख में somebody says that you know what, तुम लोग तो बहुत lucky हो. For everything you have a mobile, you can talk to your parents and tell them what is your problem, this, that. In our times, we had no access to our parents. If something went wrong, we had to fight our own. How is it better than the person, the child who today has the facility or resource of a mobile? If you didn't have that resource, it was not meant to be. You decided to take birth in that era. The kids these days have chosen to take the birth in the millennium or the shift after 2012, because they want to experience all these resources. So how come you are great if you didn't have the mobile at that time? It's not their fault. But the way we tell our kids, you know, हमारे टाइम पे तो कुछ होता ही नहीं था, as if ये बच्चों की गलती है कि उनके टाइम पे सारे resources हैं. So please do not do it with your children. Please don't do with your kids. Stop gaslighting your kids. Please. अगर आप self-made हैं, तो आप खुदा नहीं हैं. आपके पास resources नहीं थे. Sometimes resources होते हैं, we have the option, we don't want to use it. I was just watching a movie of Amitabh Bachchan. In that movie, his father is a very, very rich man. But Amitabh chooses to learn music and stay in a very difficult and poor conditions with his teacher. That was an option he had. He took it. Does it make him great? No. That was his choice. If he had chosen to stay where the resource was, continued staying where the father was, and used his money and things to learn music, that was also okay. That was his choice. He didn't choose this. It's okay. Both the choices have different consequences. How can you say that this was better and this was not better? We cannot do that. So please, I have a small little request for everyone who is watching today. Stop gaslighting your children. Stop telling them how you are greater than them, how you are better than them, and how they are worse than you. They are not worse than you. उनको फैसिलिटी मिल रही है. सिंपली अगर तुम बच्चों से बोलो कि हम बहुत सेल्फ मेड हैं और हमारे को तो इतनी गरीबी थी, हमारे यहाँ तो खाना भी नहीं मिलता था, स्टिल आई यूज्ड टू गो टू स्कूल, किड्स इज फाइन. हमारी गलती थोड़ी आप इतने गरीब घर में पैदा हुए, क्योंकि अगेन एज अ सोल यू टुक द चॉइस ऑफ टेकिंग बर्थ इन दैट गरीब घर. इसमें हमारे बच्चे कहाँ गलत हो गए? उनका बाप अमीर है, उनके बाप सेल्फ मेड है, उसके पास पैसे हैं, उसने, ये उनकी चॉइस है. प्लीज, अगर आप सेल्फ मेड हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है. We congratulate you. You have so much of contribution towards the society. And you have a lot of contribution to do to your children also. But please stop gaslighting your children. That is all I have to tell all the parents. गाना गाना बंद कर दो. सेल्फ मेड है, क्योंकि मैक्सिमम बच्चों के जो PABs होते हैं, पैसिव एग्रेसिव बिहेवियर, जहां बच्चे अपने आप को सैबोटेज कर लेते हैं, अपनी लाइफ को सैबोटेज कर लेते हैं जस्ट टू टेक रिवेंज फ्रॉम देयर पेरेंट्स. सबसे ज्यादा PAB ऐसे पेरेंट्स का आता है. If a child comes to me and he says, you know what, either I'm not very happy with my job, or if he comes and tells me that, you know what, I have, I don't know what happens whenever I take up a job, something goes wrong. The office gets the shifts, the office closes, my boss has changed. कुछ हो जाता है कि जॉब मेरे हाथ से निकल जाता है. And believe me, I'm being very nice, but this happens to me in my life. अगर मैक्स इतने सारे, जब कोई बच्चा आके इतनी तरह की बात मुझसे करता है कि even if he wants to, he is not being able to get the success in his job. My first question is, so do you have a father who is a self-made man and is very conscious about it? And the answer is 95 out of 100 is yes. It shows clearly this child will not work because he will sabotage his life, but he will not give the happiness to his father or mother to experience their success. अगर आप कितने भी सक्सेसफुल, अगर आपका बच्चा सक्सेसफुल नहीं है, आप बहुत शर्मिंदा होते हैं. वो शर्मिंदा जो आप होते हैं, वो बच्चे को देखना है. वो अपनी जॉब छोड़ देगा. He will leave his job. But he will experience the happiness in seeing you helpless, and he will feel great about the fact that in front of everyone you have a head, ashamed head. देखो मेरा बेटा या मेरी बेटी कुछ नहीं कर रहा. So please be careful on this. Be very careful. Don't gaslight your child. क्योंकि जैसे आप बोलोगे you are useless, the child starts believing that he is useless, and then he starts gaslighting himself. Then he start, अगर आप लोग इंस्टा पे हैं तो just see there is the latest thing is how do people gaslight themselves. There is signs of how gaslighting is done by people, by children, or even for adults. You will see it over there. So gaslighting बच्चे खुद ही करने लगते हैं. I'm good for nothing. अरे मुझसे नहीं होता. मैं तो आया ही हूँ victim mode में. They come in the victim mode. मैं तो आया ही हूँ जिंदगी में मार खाने के लिए. All these things that they tell about themselves, they believe about themselves, are gaslighting which has been given to them by their parents. Mostly parents. Okay. Yeah, Kavita. Next question.
There is a hand raised. Should we take that first?
If it is related to the answer that the question that has happened just now.
Yeah.
So Neha, do you have whatever you have to say is regarding this only, what I have spoken just now? This is absolutely a new
Sorry,
question.
ma'am, actually, no, ma'am, not a new question. Ma'am, actually, you have already spoken about the topic, but I missed the timing
No,
of
you
it.
can see it on the
The
recording. not
first
in-
topic, no, ma'am, the first topic that you talk about, the soul choosing the parents, it's
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in
Okay.
ancient times, people used to do this Garbh Dharan Sanskar, right?
Yes.
Where they used to do this they used to fix a timing and fix a day and give rituals to the couple, and like, so how does that affect to the soul choosing the body, or like how does like parents, does that affect, or it's like normal sequence only?
It can affect in the timing, yes, but it does not affect the choice of a soul. The गर्भ धारण संस्कार was already always done after the गर्भ, जब गर्भ बैठ जाता था, when they know that the woman is गर्भवती, then they would do these rituals, which means they manifest the time and the moment of the birth of the child. It affects the planets, yes, that you can do, but it does not affect the choice of the soul. That you cannot, because when all these things are being done, it is done on the earth, and the soul is in the metaphysical world where it has already decided which parents they want. It is already decided.
Okay, ma'am.
So no, choice of parents does not.
Basically, the choice does not affect.
Come again? What did you say? Sorry.
Choice does not affect, ma'am.
No,
And
the
the
choice
choice
of the
does not
soul is
affect.
not effective. No, no. Planets sometimes, yes. So
Ma'am, when the
according
planetary-
to your learning, Neha, according to what you're learning, what you have to learn, what type of environment you want, what type of circumstances you want, what type of events or non-events you want in your life, accordingly, even the soul chooses the planet when it is going to take birth. All right. So yes, if you change their planets, then sometimes learning will be the same. Soul की learning same होगी, हो सकता है learning में इतने painful events ना हो if you change the planets. But learning will be the same. What syllabus you have already put, you have put, period. Nothing can be done. Events will remain the same.
Ma'am, the soul contract will remain the same. Basically,
Yeah.
the contract will remain the
Yes,
same.
yes,
The version might change. That's what you want to say.
yes.
The version
Your
might
choices will change. Your choices will change. So
Okay.
for example, if you have come on this earth to experience helplessness, you can experience as many ways. You can experience this physically by being a handicap. You can feel equally, helpless. You can experience it from the society. So you take birth in a society where, say, for example, a girl is forced to be mutilated. Helplessness, she can experience there also. You can experience it through the society, in the sense, through your parents. The father, alcoholic. All money is spent in his alcohol. There is nothing you can do. You cannot study. You cannot do anything. Helplessness, emotionally helplessness. Everybody you are having an affair. Every time you have an affair, it breaks. Emotional helplessness. That can change. That choice can change. For example, you will still have a breakup, but it is your choice to understand breakup is teaching me something. What is it teaching me? Oh, so it is teaching me to not to be attached. So he's feeling helpless that I don't have the partner that I wanted, but at the same time, he has used that to benefit his own learning. So he will have less pain. But he will learn it. Helplessness, he will still
the awareness, ma'am, basically the awareness will change.
Yeah.
Awareness.
Choices, yeah, that is what awareness is. What is awareness? Awareness is the choices that you make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
So much.
welcome.
Yeah. Thank
All right, so we have Vibha Sharma. You have to ask a question regarding this, what we have spoken.
No, no, no. Good evening,
new-
ma'am.
If it is
Nice
a
to
new
meet you.
question,
No,
can you please put it
no.
in the chat? If it is a new topic, please put it in the chat. Is it okay, Vibha? Can you hear me? Devanshi. Can you hear me, Devanshi? I think Vibha has got frozen.
How are you?
I am good, Devanshi. You tell me.
Yeah, I am like better now.
You are better now. I am so glad to see you better now. Yes, the question is new. Or
Yes.
the
Related
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
topic.
It's totally.
It is related to what I have spoken just now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, what is the question?
Okay, so you mentioned the gaslighting part.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned children choose their parents
Yeah.
to learn something.
Yes.
So in my family, I have seen women not being financially stable.
Mhm.
Okay, so they have always told me, especially my mother, that you should be financially stable first, otherwise you would always be just taken for granted in the home, or will not have a voice
Hmm.
per se.
Hmm.
And I feel somewhere I've always been on this quest for love from a partner. But this thing stops me. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with Kavita ma'am as well. And where she was like, you're looking for a partner just for stability or financial stability, but you're not looking for love or for one should look for in a relationship. So there's this question of mine, whether it's gaslighting or it's preparing me for my soul lesson.
You're the only one who can answer it. But something which I will tell you now.
Hmm.
I have had cases, and I'm sure all the therapists sitting over here must have also. And when you become a therapist, Devanshi, you will also find such people where women are earning more than their husbands. Sometimes they are IAS officers and they're very beautiful. And still they come to me for the therapies because of the wife beating. Many times. So who says if you earn more than your husband or you are financially stable, you will be respected? No, this is a wrong thought process of asking your children, especially the daughters, to study or to earn money. Intention ही गलत है. आप क्यों पढ़ रहे हो? So that आप अपने पैरों पे खड़े हो जाओ and you get money, you can earn, so that somebody will give you the respect. So which means you have already understood and agreed and admitted that I will not get the respect from my husband or from my in-laws. You have already agreed to it. Sign कर चुके हो check. अब क्या रो रहे हो? Check मत डालो बैंक में. ये तो चेक साइन कर दिया तुमने. अगर तुम बिलीव करते हो कि because you don't have the money or financial stability and you will not be respected, and there is absolutely no reason why you will be respected. I know so many families, especially the functional families where wives are not working, and the amount of respect they get from their children, from their husband, from their in-laws. So intention, see, I always say, why are you saving money? I am saving money for a rainy day, which means now you're already manifesting rainy day in your life. So if you believe कि rainy day आएगा, तो believe me, जितना भी पैसा तुम save करोगे, वो rainy day में use होगा. वो आएगा क्योंकि you believe it. Therefore, I always say save money so that I can enjoy my foreign trips. I want to save money so that my children, when they need something very nice for their uplifting or for their growth or for their education, I should have the money. Be very clear with the intention. पहले जमाने में सब, मेरी माँ ने भी यही किया, सुख दुख में पैसा काम आएगा. तो भाई हर दुख पड़ा और हर दुख में पैसा वेस्ट हुआ. तो इंटेंशन क्या है? अगर तुम इसलिए कमाना चाहती हो क्योंकि तुम्हारा हस्बैंड तुमको रिस्पेक्ट दे, तो सारी उम्र तुम कमाती रहोगी, फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी होगी, स्टेबिलिटी होगी.
We have people from abroad here, so
Okay, so I'll have to come back to English. Then you will never ever get the respect. What is your intention? What is the presumption? If you presume that you will not be respected, and therefore you need a stability in your finances, please, you will never be respected. That's for sure. So you are more educated than your mother. You are sitting on such forums where the reality and the mind is being taught. So you have to see, why do you want to get married? Financial stability. Yeah, he'll give you financial stability, but he will not be available to you physically or emotionally. Enjoy life. Stay stability. Bada sa bangla bhi hoga. Sab hoga.
That's what is happening, I guess, somewhere, like the kind of people I'm attracting.
Yeah, you will, because that is what the intention is. I always say, please, all the mothers, tell your daughters, please, padho, likho, be very good, because that would give you a mental growth. It is okay to tell them to study because of that, but not because कि तुमको respect मिलेगी अगर तुम ज़्यादा कमाती हो. नहीं, believe me, you have IAS officers who are earning more than husbands, and husbands are not earning at all, and still there is no respect.
That's also happening in my family, like in my relatives.
Yeah, you will see this. So respect has nothing to do with your earning capacity. Please don't earn because of that. And please, all the mothers, a small little request, don't ask your girls to be educated or to have good jobs, because that is why you will get the respect. No, you will get the respect otherwise also if you want.
Okay.
All right.
So what is being on a frequency of love? Like, because in love, not in just
Intention rakho
relationships.
that I want to get married because I want to contribute love and I want to get love.
No, love in every aspect, not just partnership, but in the work or anything.
So if you want to be in the frequency of being in love, start giving love to everyone. Whatever you want in your life, start contributing it. Kya chahiye tumhe? Success chahiye? Start contributing in other people's success. Kya chahiye? Love chahiye? Start contributing love to the society, to people, to animals, to plants, to everything that is creation. Start giving that, you will get it. Whatever you want, please contribute, start contributing that, and you will be surprised. It comes back to you many folds. And this I am not saying because this is a Jagron, this is, we have to speak, we have to tell them. No, it's my personal experiences.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, Kavita.
Yeah, so the next one is, who are twin flames and how common is this phenomena? Because this topic is being misused and being made into a business. Want Neerja ma'am's point of view on this. Since we are all moving towards ascension, choosing your twin flame over a soulmate would mean choosing your evolution and soul growth, question mark. Choosing that union would imply not just our growth, but in turn, eventually spreading light together that the world needs right now. Again, a question mark. Also, given the different sets of huge differences that are between twin flames, is a harmonious union possible, keeping the highest good of all involved? Question mark.
Yeah, this is another question which keeps coming to us again and again and again. What is the twins flames and how they are different than the soulmates? So chalo, let's talk about it for once and all. So soulmates, let's talk about soulmates first. Soulmates are those mates or those people from you of your life which have come from the same soul group. When you are with your soul group, same people, same souls can take birth. Maybe in one life your mother, another life your brother, another life your father, one life your girlfriend, one life your brother, whatever it is. But you keep taking birth within that soul group. Now, soul mates, very simple, that soul with whom you mate. So in this life, somebody can be your soulmate, but then that person you are romantically or sexually attached. Rest of all the other people are from your soul group. That's the first difference in soulmate and soul group. People from your soul group can become your soulmates. It's possible. So maybe in one life, he's your father, next life, you're mating with him, and therefore he becomes your soulmate. So there's a romantic or sexual relationship between. That is soulmates. What are twin flames? Twin flames are Okay, so what is our source? Where are we coming from? We all understand. We all have etheric body. This I don't have to say, we all know it. All people sitting here. We have etheric bodies, bodies made of ether. Ether is found in the atmosphere. When there is an etheric body and it parts into two parts, they become complete on their own. Okay. Why we call them twin flame? Because maximum ether is near fire. Wherever there is fire, there is ether produced out of these flames. Ether is something, is that medium where I think I don't have to even word it and you will understand. That is ether. That is the property of ether. And therefore, any puja, any part, any worship, whenever you worship God, or you want to talk to, you want to be really close to somebody where I don't need to talk, but the person should understand me, you will see there will be fire. In Hindus, we have diya. In Christians, there is candle. What is that? What is that called where you all get together near the fire?
Bonfire.
Bonfire. Or if you are very romantically
Lori,
attached.
Lori, ma'am, Lori.
Yeah. So basically that's also a bonfire. When you are going for most romantic dinner, there is a candle in between. Whenever you're talking to God, there has to be flame. Why? Because there is ether in the outer of the flame, which makes it easier for others to understand you. Okay. In ether, you see, when it was Satyug, there was too much of ether because earth was very close to the fire, to the sun. And that is the time people didn't have to talk. People would just understand. So for example, if you have read the book like an autobiography of a yogi or anybody, I will sit here, I will think about somebody, and that person will know that Neerja is thinking about me, let me go and meet you. And we used to call them telepathy. It was very, very common in Satyug because earth was closer to the sun. So ether was very, very prominent. Even now, there are few places which are very etheric. And that is the place, if you go and do meditation, you do excellent work. Right? Because, so I have my experiences in, I went to Aurobindo. There is one Matre Bhavan where, you go and sit, you be in the meditation and you will be surprised how beautifully you connect with your own self, with your own God. I went to Dhyan Lingam with Sadhguru's ashram, and I was same thing. You sit there, you are so easy for you to connect with your own self, with your own subconscious mind. So these are the places. There are places which are very etheric in nature, where you can connect with your God very easily. And who is your God? You yourself. Inside you is your God. Your subconscious mind is your God. All right. So twin flame, if there is a flame, and it is very, naturally it is very etheric in nature, this flame divides into two parts. And then each part is complete. Have you ever seen, you put two, say two pieces of wood, okay, logs, and you put them in fire. They both will catch fire. You remove them, separate them. They both will have equal fire, and they both will have the same etheric layer around them because they both are complete. We all have etheric bodies. When two souls are born out of the single flame and then separated, these are called twin flame. They both have the same frequency of etheric body. That is twin flame. Now, what are the signs of the twin flame? One, they are complete in themselves. They are not dependent on each other. They are not complementary of each other. They both have their own plans. They both have their own purpose. But the purpose and the plan is of the same frequency. And therefore, when they both are born separately, when they come on earth and they look at each other and they say, damn, this is the one. This person is going to help me to achieve my purpose. Both of them will think the same thing. They are twin flames. Okay, so soulmates are from the same group and twin flames are from the same flame. The etheric body of yours is from the same flame. And therefore, it matches the frequency. And the moment you see it and you know, oh, this is the one. Twin flame also not necessary are your mates. You don't mate together, not necessary. You may not. So if your partner, your husband, your romantic partner is your twin flame, very good. Congratulations. But they may be your teacher or student. It can be a brother and sister. It can be any other. Father and a child, mother and a child, it can be anything. But the sign is they both help each other in achieving their life purpose. That is, it is a lot about twin flame. I can go on talking and talking and talking about it, but I think this platform is not only about twin flame, so I will not talk much about it, but I can tell you the difference about in this. Kavita, there were last 3 questions which were asked. What were those questions? After I've explained what is the difference in soulmate and twin flame?
Choosing the union of twin flame over the other one.
So I would suggest
Soulmate.
some twin flames, for example, Shiv Shakti, twin flames. We all have Shiv in us, which is Shunya, and we all have Shakti in us. Now, if you take only Shiv, it's complete. He is very good, happy. Shakti helps him to remain Shiva. But if Shakti is not there, Shiva itself is complete. Similarly with Shakti, she's complete. That energy is complete. Yes, if Shiva is there, together Shiv and Shakti, the union of Shiva Shakti can help you to reach to the purpose of your life. Radha Krishna. You know, Krishna was only 14-year-old when he left Gokul and never went back. And of course, Radha also never traveled to Mathura. They never met again. But till date, when we talk Radha Krishna. They were twin flame and they had their own purpose and they were helping. If Krishna had the purpose of telling the whole world that you can love without attachments. You can love a person without getting married to that person, without getting attached to that person, without physically being present with that person. He taught that. And Radha helped him to teach it to the whole world. So she never met him again. But the whole world till date calls them Radha and Krishna. They are twin flames. Most of the time they say that twin flames do not meet, or they never stay together, or their separation is a must. Not necessary. Let's not take that in our thing. May not. Which means with twin flames, if they are together, very good. If they are not together, very good. That is where you need to reach with the twin flames, and that is where you have to be non-attached with it. So you don't have to meet. One can be in India, one can be in USA. Both of them are doing different work. But again, same work. Purpose is the same. All right. So I think for the time being, we will stay on this with twin flame, unless, yeah, I can always have another workshop only on twin flame. Workshop in the sense webinar only on twin flame. I can do that. Yeah, the last question kya tha?
So, given the different sets of huge differences that are between twin flames, is a harmonious union possible even for
A
the
harmonious
highest good?
union is possible only if you are complete. If you try to find a partner or a twin flame from the premises of lack, "Mujh mein ye nahi, I don't have this, I want this from my partner," then I will be complete. Sorry, that's not twin flame. As I said, twin flames are complete. They do not come from the premises of incompleteness or complementarity. No. So union. We all have a Shiv and Shakti in us. The day my Shiv and Shakti will be in union, that is the day I can recognize my own twin flame. But if I feel I'm Shiva, but I need Shakti, no, you will not find your twin flame. You're incomplete. So it only comes from the completeness, where you are not attached to the other party. Yeah. Next question.
So now this one is
Ma'am, one question related to this only, ma'am, twin flame only.
Who is it?
Neha.
हाँ बोलो नेहा.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, actually, वो जो आपने last में बोला, the possibility of harmonious union is only when you are complete within yourself, right? So, ma'am, there are two people and you feel that that person is your twin flame, but the other person is not in a journey where like of growth or awareness or like, and one person is in the journey, then the union is possible, no?
Yeah, Shiva was very different than Shakti, but they were complete. Union happened. You don't have to be the same person. No. In twin flame, you can be absolutely different, but you are not looking at the other person to complete you. So I have something, this person has something, he will complete me because he's so different than me. No, that is not, a union will never happen. Sometimes you are with your twin flame, but because you're coming from the premises of incompleteness, and you come from the premises of wanting something from the others. You come from the premises of being attached to the other person. Even if the twin flame is in front of you, you will always stay separately, or there will be pain, or there will be yelling, shouting, fighting. Even if the person is your twin flame. There will not be harmonious union. No, there will be no harmony. Okay.
Ma'am, is there a consequence of union and separation again and again? Union, separation, there's a sequence
Till you don't feel I am complete, it will happen. Till you don't become complete in your own way.
Yes, ma'am.
It will continue happening because it is a part of your growth. The twin flames help you to evolve a lot. Okay?
Ma'am, how do you know that somebody is your twin flame or your soulmate?
Yeah, so as I said, if somebody is in your life and you are complete and still you feel very attracted that person, without any attachment, you feel attracted. This person is in your life, very good. He is not here, he is in USA, you are still very good. Then it means it is a twin flame. Whereas with the soulmates, of course, there are a lot of expectations in it. Okay.
So if this person comes into your life and is triggering you for good reasons, for your growth, by virtue of being triggered, you're doing more classes, you're doing something to improve on your, say, need for attachment, then that is a soulmate?
It can be both. It can be twin flame also.
It can be twin flame also. So basically, you just got to
Continue
sort yourself
in
out.
growing to yourself spiritually and evolving. If he's helping you, it can be. But again, if he's helping you and you're attached to that person, you will lose on the twin flame, even if he is the twin flame.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, so much.
Now, Kavita, next question. A lot of twin flame already done.
Ma'am, I have like two questions. One is, what's karmic partner Like you mentioned two things. So what's a karmic partner?
Karmic partners are the partners in your life who will help you to complete your karmas. They will help you to complete your karmic learning. They can do it both ways. They can do it very happily, make it easy for you, give you happiness and help you, and they can give you pain and help you.
Okay.
Mostly
But
karmic partners are the one which will give you the pain, but they will help you to complete your karmic, whatever it is.
so will they stay or they will leave?
Once you have learned your lesson, they will leave. If you will not learn your lesson, they'll sit on your head till you don't learn. Because karmic partners ka soul contract hota hai.
Okay. And the other question is, you mentioned we have both Shiva and Shakti within us, the masculine and feminine. So what are the traits of a masculine and feminine?
So if you really want to ask on the syllabus of earth, masculine who provides and protects, feminine who nurtures and create. In short,
Okay, thank you.
that's the masculine and feminine principles. Okay. Yeah, Kavita.
Yeah, so this one is, sometimes even after we know the importance of forgiveness, we are not able to forgive certain people in our lives. One knows forgiving them is essential for our own well-being, still not able to do that. Why is it so? And what can be done in such a situation?
So if you see my older vows, where I have always said that everybody who has come and done anything in your life, anything good, bad, ugly, whatever has been done in your life, these are the people who are doing things which is a soul contract. Because they are creating, even if they're giving, they are teaching you something which you're supposed to learn, but you are not being able to learn. So they will teach you. These are your karmic teachers. All right. Now, if you have not learned your lesson, you will never ever be able to forgive them. Even if you want to consciously, we all know we have to forgive. We have to let go. We have to let go our past. We all know it now. Why we can't do it? Because the lesson is not complete. Learn your lesson, understand. And how do you understand? Very simple way. What did this person teach me? How I was benefited with this behavior. These two things, once you understand, that person will be out of your life, or he will change his behavior. He will not be a karmic teacher anymore. And you'll be able to forgive. But we can't forgive because we are trying to forgive because it is beneficial to me. Again, we are trying to forgive them from the premises of our ego. It will not happen. Doesn't matter. You keep doing gratitude, 21 times you write it, you do Ho'oponopono 21 times, 108 times you do, doesn't matter. It will not happen till you have learned your lesson. So learning the lesson is the most important thing. And how do you learn your lesson? Check. What did it teach me? So for example, boys bullied you when we were in school in say 4th or 5th or 10th class. Now you're very upset. They bullied me. But check. You want to forgive them? You can't, because you can't forget the pain it has given, because that experience is in your modern memory, stored in your modern memory along with the emotion. So that emotion will always be stronger than the forgiveness. What you need to do, you need to work on that emotion. And the only way you can work on the emotion is by understanding how did it benefit you. So when they were bullying me and they were saying, what did I do? I became exclusive. I went in my solitude. I used to only study because I wanted to study so well so that I could teach them a lesson and tell them that they're good for nothing. I wanted to put them down with my studies. I studied, I did well, and then I went to IIT, then I went to IIM, and today I am in such a big job, and all those bully boys are staying there. You benefited, na? The moment you understand how you're benefited and how it is your life plan, what they were doing was they were pushing you towards your life plan. Easy to forgive. First, you have to understand what were they doing. Because pain is given by the karmic teachers, but karmic teachers' job is to put you on your life plan. Once you know how you were on your life plan because of those people's behavior, it will be easier for you to forgive. Otherwise, you can't forgive. It's all story. Bullshit. Okay? हाँ कविता जी.
Hanji. So currently everything is going good in life, but at times I feel very scared that something wrong might happen, especially to my little one, and my happiness will be lost. What can be done to get over such thoughts?
We call it anxiety, fear of future. See, if something wrong has to happen, can you help it? Is there anything in your hand? Can you control it? Could anybody control it? Just now COVID came. Could anybody control anything? Doesn't matter you are a celebrity, doesn't matter how much money you are, doesn't matter where you are politically, nothing matters. Nothing matters. How powerful you are doesn't matter. So when nothing is in your hand and it is not in your control, why worry? In any case, you're not going to control. Yes. What you can do is, if you have a worry that something will happen to my young child, be very careful with that child. Take care of the child. Take all the precautions and then surrender to God. That this child is with you. I'm doing the best. It doesn't mean that you surrender the child and you don't do anything. Please make all the efforts for whatever anxiety you have got. There is a reason why that anxiety has come. But anxieties generally come to teach you surrender to God. Generally. So surrender to God. This is your child. Take care of it. Whatever you will do, I'm there. But take precautions. So that even if that anxiety that you have, that something wrong will happen to my child or whatever anxiety you have, at least the effect is minimized. That's why in COVID also I said, don't have the fear, but don't challenge COVID. Take precautions, complete precautions, and then surrender. God will take care. I know so many people. I was talking to my director also. He says, I have never traveled as much I have traveled in the last 2-3 years. This is the time the whole world is at a standstill. No traveling is happening. He says, maximum traveling I have done in those years. Precautions we take, but then you surrender. I think I have also traveled so much in the last 2 years. Bangalore, Delhi, abhi to chalo Goa, Mumbai, Jaipur, everywhere I traveled when this thing was happening. Did I not take precautions? Of course I took precautions, but then I surrendered. God, I am going to do what is my life plan. I'm going to work for my contribution that I promised to people. Rest is your job. Tum dekh lo kya karna. So he took care of us. So please, when you have anxiety, work on it so that if something happens, it has minimum effect on you, but at the same time, surrender. Anxiety. Next question, Kavita.
Yeah. Not everyone opts for alternative therapies, even when nothing is working in their lives, even when there is a block in one or all facets of life. What should they do when they are stuck in life? How should they stay happy and not feel depressed or suicidal, etc.? How should they improve their situation and life?
You know, I always say one thing. If there is a consequence in your life which you do not like, change the choice. Problem is, we don't want to change the choice and we want the consequence to change. It will never happen. So if they don't believe in alternate healings, don't believe in it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your mind. Believe in your belief systems. Just work on them. Change them. Have another choice. Have another option. I'm not saying that please come and be a spiritual person. No, no need. I don't do anything ritual. Not at all. I don't have any God in this house. Change. If you will not change, what is your destiny? What is destiny? I've been talking about it in many of my talks. Destiny is the result of the choice that you have made. If you have made a particular choice, you got a destiny, you don't like it, change the choice. Bhai dhun badal ke dekho, change the tune if you don't want to dance on that tune. Very difficult for you that you don't want to change the tune, and then you say, you know what, I am dancing, but this is very salsa, I want to have a rock and roll. If you want a rock and roll, please change the tune to rock and roll. You cannot dance salsa on rock and roll. It's not going to happen. So change it, change your option and change your consequence. Otherwise, no, there is nothing anybody can do. But also, having said this, I'm saying alternate healing is only coaching. We help you to do it faster with knowledge and understanding and awareness. That's all we do. So if you're failing in a class again and again and again, what do? Either you sit down and start studying it totally, completely from the scratch. Understand it. Understand the concept. Understand the application of that subject. And then you will pass. Otherwise, you go for coaching. Somebody who knows better than you about application or about the formulas will teach you which formula to use when. Still, you have to write your own paper. Nobody else is going to write for you. So alternative healings are those coaches. You don't want it? No problem. Then sit down and focus on your studies, on your topic, subject, understand the concept, prepare for the exam. You still have to write it. Nobody's going to write it for you. Even if you go for healings and alternate healings, many people say we went for this healing. You know what? This closes my karmas. It gives me karma cleansing. Never ever it will happen. Your karma, you created with your physical body. You are the one who is going to uncreate it. We can help you to uncreate it. We can give you the tools, but you have to uncreate it. It's your karma. It will never happen. All right? Yeah, Kavita.
So I guess Vibha has a question, I guess,
Yes.
related one.
Yeah, Vibha?
Yes, thank you. Am I audible?
Very much.
Yeah, last time there was a problem.
You froze.
Yeah. As I have written, ma'am, I feel too much of anxiety whenever something new comes across. Like if I just learn that I have to do something new, then I become very, very anxious, and it's a kind of anxiety which really upsets me inside me. So at that particular moment, it becomes very difficult to take me decision. And I have observed that I do not take decisions timely, like I do not take decisions quickly, and I'm not a prompt decision. I do not take, sometimes I take poor decisions as well. So I feel my anxiety is all responsible for taking my decisions not rightly and timely. So what can I do for this, ma'am?
Okay, so till now, whenever you feel that you have taken a wrong decision.
Ma'am, I can't hear you. I don't know what's wrong. I can't hear you, ma'am. I'm really sorry.
I'm still answering you. If you are not able to hear me now,
Ma'am, just give me one moment. I can't hear you. Can I just join back in a moment? Just in a moment. Yes, ma'am.
Anyways, I'm answering your question. So, Kavita, please just send her the recording so that she gets the answer. So the point is this: if you have so much of anxiety, the reason behind it. First, the reason is, as a child, definitely she was not encouraged to take decisions on her own. So again, this is where the parents come in. If you keep gaslighting your child, you're good for nothing. No, you don't take a decision. You don't know what to do. I will tell you, I am the father. I am the right one. I am the mother. I am the right one. The child will never, ever be able to take the right decision. Allow them. You know, we do something called stages of development of the subconscious mind. So when the child is in the school grade, say 8 to 10 age, 6 to 9 age, that's the time the child wants to do everything themselves. We call it ape state, where you want to do everything yourself. So the child wants to put a button on the shirt. No, I will do it. No, I will tie my laces. I will drink water. I will hold the glass. And at that time you say, no, you cannot, you will break it. Gone. You have lost the child already. No, you can't do it. We are getting very late. Please put her the buttons. Apne aap jaldi karo. The child will never learn to take the decision or initiative on her own. We have to allow them. We should have so much of time and patience for our children. Otherwise, we have no right to give birth to the kids. Giving birth to the kids should be a very conscious decision and not only an outcome of the sex or because my mother wants to have a grandchild. Okay, let me have one. That's the worst reason. My father, what will people say? Oh, people will think I am not a man enough. Or a woman will say, oh, people will not respect me because they will think I am unfertile. So let's have a child. What are you trying to do? You want to have a child to prove something to somebody. And if you have a child with that intention, all your life, you would only and only be proving something about your child to the world. So don't have the child. Be ready to have child. And if you have the child with your awareness, knowledge, consciousness, then please have patience and let the child go through every stage, himself or herself. So now allow them. But if you don't allow them at the age of 6 to 9, your child will have always the anxiety to start something new or to take a decision. And if the child has taken a decision and for God forbid, that decision is not correct and the child is not successful in that, the child is a failure. And you keep now telling the child, you're a failure, you took a decision, see what you did, you took a decision, see what you did. If you will keep pinpointing that to the child, this child will never be able to take the correct decision because every time there is a moment where he has to take a decision, he will have the same anxiety and he will end up taking wrong decision because already the father and the mother or the uncle or the auntie or the nanny or the dadi or somebody has already told him, you take all the wrong decisions. And that is the reason why there is anxiety before taking any decision. Now coming back to what should one do? If you have to take the decision or what can I do about it, please heal that inner child. Very important. Therapeutically, you have to heal that child who has taken wrong decisions. Secondly, please stop judging others who have taken wrong decisions. Please stop that. Because if you will judge others who are taking wrong decisions and you keep saying, "Arey, how stupid, why did he take this decision? Why he's doing like this? Why he's doing like that?" If you will keep on doing this, it will reflect in your life because remember, everybody in your life is your mirror. He's come to show you your weakness, your judgments. So you have to be very careful how much you are going to judge people for doing this. So stop doing that. Second thing is, most of the time what we do wrong is we keep judging our parents for taking wrong decisions, always. My father did this decision, it was wrong. My mother took this, my sister, my brother, my friend. Please understand, your parents are equally human. They are not gods. And if they are human, they are not gods. They can take wrong decisions. And it is okay to take a wrong decision. Please allow yourself to take a wrong decision. But if you have taken a wrong decision and you are aware of it, then sit down and think, with this wrong decision, what did I achieve? How was I benefited? Always think that. Once you know how it has benefited you, how you have taken this decision was of any use to you, you will start forgiving yourself for taking the wrong decisions. 90%, whenever there's a love marriage, 90% kids are told by their parents, how stupid. Why did you take this decision? This person was not good for you. We all could see. Why didn't you see it? I didn't see it because I was supposed to learn something from this person. He was my karmic teacher. I got married to him. But then sit down. How did it benefit me? And then it will be easier for you to forgive yourself for taking the wrong decisions. Once you start forgiving yourself for taking the wrong decisions, the anxiety to start something new or anxiety to take the wrong decisions will disappear. Because believe me, if you have taken a decision, right or wrong, it may be wrong in eyes of your society, your parents, your teachers, your friends, but you know how did it benefit you. You should know, and therefore it will not be a wrong decision in your eyes. In any case, apni zindagi apni aankhon se dekho. Don't stop seeing your life through the eyes of others. Is it okay, Vibha? So a lot of it that you have not heard till you were not there, but I have answered that question and you will find it in the recording. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, Vibha. Yeah. Kavita,
Now this, yeah, अभी तो बहुत सारे हैं और ये थोड़ा सा लंबा है.
Question लंबा है कि answer लंबा होगा?
The paragraph is long. Answer तो वैसे अपना.
Okay.
My mother-in-law wants me and my husband to give a male child after 2 daughters. She is a loving grandmother to my daughters too, but she is trying very stern methods to convey her point. She has blocked me and my husband on her phone, even though she is sick, and not letting us contact her. She hasn't spoken to us since a long time. She has threatened us there will be consequences. My husband is silently dealing with it by not giving her any reaction to this, which is making her more angry. She says she will pay for everything, etc., and will make sure through sure methods of gender selection. My husband and I are very happy how to deal with her. We have never felt incomplete. We are blessed, happy parents.
First of all, whoever it is, I have to explain you something. This need to have a male child is whose? Grandmother's, your mother-in-law. Who is going to sort it out? Your mother-in-law. It's her story. It's not your story because you are complete. You are okay. You are at peace. She is not at peace. And she has to learn something. Time for her to learn something. The day she will complete her learning from this fact, the desperate need of having a male child, she'll be fine. Don't worry. It's not your story. It is her story. It's her learning. She is in the class. She has to pass this exam, not you. Does it mean you ignore your mother-in-law? No. Does it mean you don't talk to her? No. You do what best as a daughter-in-law or as a daughter you are supposed to do. So keep explaining her, keep writing to her. And tell the mother-in-law, what if I have a son and I'm not supposed to have his sukh, the sukh of a son? What if that is the case and he's a handicap? Who will pay for that? Who will take care of that? Because you will die and go away. Bhai, Dashrath did not have it in this destiny to enjoy the sukh of the son. So he creates a situation where the son leaves the house and goes away. He didn't get it. He himself did it. So जो चीज destiny में जो सुख नहीं है, it is not there. When you fight against the destiny to achieve something, it is painful. It always brings a very painful effect. There are so many people I know. After 3 daughters, after 4 daughters, they want to have a son and they have done everything, left no stone unturned. What happened? The son is born with a hole in the heart. Rest of the life, they are only trying to do the seva of that child. So what's a good idea? Having a son. If you have to, we call it yoga. if you have a son's yog, to aap apne son, you will get the son. And if you don't have the yog of a son, with your own hands, your own attitude, behavior, promises, belief systems, you will ruin the son that you have born, who is born to you. You'll do it. You will lose it. Yoga is very important. And if there was a yoga of the daughter, son, paida ho jata tab. The story is your mother-in-law's. Please give her all the love, give her all the respect, counter it with her, talk to her, argue with her, but don't give in. But give her the respect. Because she has her own upbringing about a male child. And it's okay. All right? Yeah, Kavita.
I've shared that documentary link with her in which there is a client of yours who has made a documentary, Budape Ki Lathi, for that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea if you shared it. Yeah, there is a student of mine. Her daughter went to UK to do some filmmaking course. And I had a beautiful case about the same thing where after 7 daughters, no, 3 daughters, there was a 3, no. So the mother is pregnant and she has done, this is a case actually happened, I must share it with you people. And she had aborted 3 girls to have a son. And then she gets a son. And then what happens? That's in this movie. Please watch it.
Suspense created.
Suspense created.
Okay. So I've shared it. I will also share this in the workshops group once again. All those who are there, they can watch it also. Okay. The next question. Are we on the right path when things are easy? If not, how to be sure we are on the right path?
Yeah, definitely. If you can sleep peacefully at night, you are on the right path. If for certain reasons you cannot sleep peacefully at night, you are on a deviated path of yours. This is not your path. Definitely. The best thing is when you take a decision, how do you sleep that night? When you take an action, how do you sleep at night? When there is circumstances happening in your life, or do you have an attitude or a behavior, what is happening? Are you sleeping peacefully at night? You are on the path. Doesn't matter what is right and wrong. I'm not talking about society-wise. Maybe you go and you do the chain snatching of a woman. But when you come back home, you are sleep peaceful. Maybe that woman has taken something from you and you are completing the karma by snatching it away. And sometimes, you give a gift to somebody and you are still not peaceful at night while sleeping because you feel, I wish I had given her a bigger one or better one and she didn't say thank you to me properly or something or the other, which you are not happy. You are not on the path. You were not supposed to give. There is a karma in it. Okay. Like I always say, the difference in karma and kriya is simply an action which has an emotion in it is karma. It will come back to you. You have to experience that emotion. But anything that you do and you have no emotion in it, it is kriya. It finishes there. It will not come back to you in this life or any life. That's it. Anji Kavita ji.
Hanji. The next one is, how can the women who are caged in conservative cultures in countries like India, Afghanistan, etc., find happiness when they are not allowed to do things they want to do and are continuously threatened to be killed?
Yeah. One thing is very sure. There has to be a reason why they have taken birth in these countries. They have to learn something. It was a choice. If somehow or the other you can understand why I have taken birth here, what is it going to teach me? They will be at peace even in the caged countries. Even with the threatened, they are threatened for their life. They'll be at peace. Because if you have to feel safe and secured in your mind, when you are being threatened for being a woman in a country, If that is what you have to learn, then that is what you will learn. I tell you, we keep reading about Afghanistan, you keep talking people. There are some women who are absolutely okay in Afghanistan, the way they are living. And they say, this is okay, so what? A woman should not do it. If Taliban says women should not go ahead and live, it's okay. They are at peace. And there are people in India where they have given every facility, where they are absolutely safe, and still they are crying. You know what? We are women, we women are, they live in a victim mode. So you want to live in a victim mode? You can live in Afghanistan, you can live in India, and you can live in USA. But if you have to understand why you are here, what are you learning, then you can do it anywhere, even in Afghanistan. It's possible. It's all about you. If you ask me personally, is it good what is happening in Afghanistan and other countries with the women? No, it is not good. Let me tell you, no, it is not good. But what should a person do? Where is the stress coming from? Where is the pain coming from? I have something else. I want something else. The difference and the distance between wanting and having will create the stress. That tells you the intensity of the stress. For example, just now this lady asked me what to do. The mother-in-law is in stress because she is not having a son, male child. She is fine. In the same circumstances, the mother and father are fine. Because whatever they have started understanding it, loving it, accepting it. But the mother-in-law is not accepting what they have. She still has a lot of distance. This is what we have and this is what I want. So she's in pain. So more there is a distance in what I want and what I have, more you will be in pain. Please start loving what you have. Understand why it is, what is it teaching me, how I benefit with it, and start liking it. The pain will go away, the stress will go away, the anxiety will go away. It's all about you. You want to feel victim or you want to understand why you are in that position. But yeah, it is definitely not a very good situation when you see what is happening either in India or Afghanistan or any other country. You know, it is very surprising because we teach, and I teach a lot on wife beating, and I was so shocked and surprised that 1/3 of American murders of women are done by their husbands. 1/3. Statistic says so. We think America is a very broad-minded and the women are very strong over there. And in India, you know what, we have to go through this, we have to go through that. But look at the women in USA, just because they can wear short dresses. But they're equally victimized when it comes to the life. In India, men may be very cruel to the women, but they will not kill them because they still have that sanskar, no, killing is not correct. I cannot kill a woman. Their murders are lesser. So we cannot say sitting here that which country is experiencing what and why they are experiencing it. But it is sad. अंजी कविता जी, आप तो मंत्र मुग्ध हो गई, भूल गई.
So Chandni has a question here.
Yeah, Chandni.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So my question is, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so my question is that if the events in our destiny cannot be changed, how does the law of attraction come into play? In the sense, if it's not in someone's destiny to get married, or a bad marriage is in someone's destiny, then how does the law of attraction work, where people say, oh, you know, I had a horrible marriage and I manifested a wonderful partner, or, you know, I wasn't finding a partner for so many years and at 45 I found a partner through law of attraction. So how does that, can law of attraction change your destiny, or jo likha hai bas fir wo badal nahi sakta?
You know, Chandni, my answer to this would be, whenever you ask God for anything, He will give you. That's for sure. Whether it is to your benefit or not, that He doesn't guarantee. So if you ask, say, for example, I'll be the case of a male child. You want to have a male child and God is giving you only female children, girls. You're getting only girls, you can't give birth to a boy. Because He knows that the entry of the sun in your life will give you pain. So He will not give you that. But we, in our own way, law of, whether you do law of attraction, you do manifestation, or you keep doing puja, part, mantra, taweez, whatever you are doing, you do. He will give you. But then there is no guarantee whether it will be good for you or not. Therefore, whether it is law of attraction or it is manifestation or asking God anything, only add, God, give me this if it is to my benefit. So even with law of attraction, if marriage is not happening, there has to be a reason. Maybe you are not supposed to experience marriage. Maybe in one of your life, you have taken an oath, I will not marry ever. Now in this life, so what we do when we take the oath, we take it eternally. I will never get married. If you are a priest or a nun, you will say, I'll never have sex. And then the life over, but eternal oath thi aapki. So in this life, when you come, you're not getting married. And when you're not getting married, then you are in pain. Now you start law of attraction, affirmations, this, that. He will give you. But He was not giving you because you had taken the oath. You were supposed to undo that oath first and then go for law of attraction. Unfortunately, without understanding anything, we just go and do zid with God. No, give me this. No, you give me this. How will you not give me? He'll say, okay, no, don't know zid. You are my kids. I will give it to you. What happens when your child is fighting with, I want to have ice cream, I want to have ice cream. This child has bad tonsils. If he will have ice cream, it will not be beneficial to him. So you will not give him. But what will you do if the child will start crying, yelling, shouting, I will not study, I will not do this, I want bloody ice cream. Ultimately, you will say, okay, have ice cream. Jab hoga dekhenge, when you will have tonsils, I'll take you to the hospital. Don't you do the same with your children? So God also does it the same thing with His children. He will give you what you want. Whether it is beneficial or not, that He will not guarantee. That you have to go through. So therefore, I am not against manifestation. I'm not against law of attraction. But first see, if you're not getting it, why you are not getting it. How is it benefiting you? And then again, when you go for the law of attraction, or if you ask God to give it to you, please give Him the liberty to decide if it is beneficial to me, then give me. If you don't, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Zid mat karo usse. He knows the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Yeah. Neha, any question?
Yes, ma'am. Something related to this only, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if then the question of free will, that we choose our destiny ourselves, and I've been the God has given you the free will. How
Yeah.
does that relate to this? To the question
How
of
is it
destiny,
related
ma'am?
to?
The question of destiny, ma'am. The question of
Yeah.
destiny.
So you're
Like it said
asking,
that
how is
we
free
make
will
our own
related to?
destiny. Free will
Destiny.
to destiny, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
When you come on earth and you decide what is it that you're going to learn on earth, you decide from the premises of love only, because in metaphysical world, there is only oneness. There's no duality, no second person, and everyone is me, and love. There's only one emotion, and that is love. The duality of love, whether it is hatred, whether it is anger, it is helplessness, or whatever it is on earth. School of earth. The moment you enter the school of earth, the emotion will come. And emotions only take birth when there are duality. On earth, we learn everything through duality. How the duality comes? With the free will. So, on earth, if you want to experience honesty, first you have to experience dishonesty. If you do not experience dishonesty, you will never be able to learn honesty. Never. पता ही नहीं होगा कि honesty क्या होती है अगर dishonesty नहीं देखा, right? So now, how will you get the duality? Because the moment you come down, there is no oneness. There is a free will. So from your free will, you can decide to experience honesty all your life without experiencing dishonesty. And with your free will, you can experience dishonesty, and from there, you can experience honesty. That is a free will you are given. Now, your free will means your choice. And your choice will give you a consequence, which is called destiny. That's why I say, I don't predict destiny of people. I tell them how to make your destiny. Why should you predict? If people come to me, I used to do a lot of tarot reading and all, and people used to say, what is there in my destiny? Why do you want to know what is there in your destiny when you can make the destiny that you want? If there is something in your life you're not liking, change the choice. So choice comes from the free will. And every choice that you make will have a different destiny. Is it clear?
No, ma'am, like just, it's like I'm not very clear.
What is
it? Now you said that it's suppose we are not destined to have a male child.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
We are not destined to have a male child.
Okay.
And we are doing law of attraction or puja part or whatever, and to reach the desire of having a male child, right? So now that is from our free will that we are path of having a child. But then if we don't know that our destiny does not support that child, then like I'm not able to understand.
I've already
how
answered this
does a
question of
normal
yours
person-
before. Yeah, Neha, I've understood your question and I've already answered. You do not have to have the sukh of a boy, son. You don't get one. Okay, you have only daughters. Now, are you ready to accept that girls are equally good and it is okay to live without a son? You have a choice. You have a free will. Either you are satisfied in that, contented in that, and you do not use law of attraction to attract the son. Ladke ka sukh tab bhi nahi milega. You will not get the sukh of the son. If you choose to accept the daughters only and not try for boy. But if you try, you go out of the way, law of attraction, to have a son, you will get a son, law of attraction, but you will still not get the sukh of the son. He will be born with some bimari, some handicap thing, will leave the world very soon, or anything. You will still not get the sukh.
Destiny हम change ही नहीं कर सकते ना.
What I'm saying is you
मतलब
will
तो यही है.
experience the same thing. Law of attraction or no law of attraction, you will still experience not having sukh of the sun. वो नहीं कहीं जाएगा. How do you want to experience it? You want to have a bimar child? You want to have a sick child and experience the pain of not having the sukh of a son? Or you don't want to give birth to a son and still experience not to have the sukh of a son? Choice is yours. This is where your free will is. But destiny mein jo experience karna hai, that will be there. That experience will not go anywhere because that is what you are come to on this earth to experience. Choice is yours. Does it give the answer that you're looking for?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Kavita, any other questions? It's already 9 o'clock.
So Chandni's hand is up again. We still have 7-8 minutes.
Okay. All yours, Chandni, 7-8 minutes.
So, ma'am, the question then is, how do you know when you are pushing too hard? Like, for example, in my circumstance, I always believe that if you are meant to be with someone, they cross your path. You don't have to try. But everyone around me says, itni umar ho gayi hai, you don't do shaadi.com, you don't go on dating sites, you are not putting effort, you have to work hard for this. And that was never my belief, that how can I work hard for love or like to find a partner. So when do I know, is it my mistake that I'm not putting effort, or is this right now in my destiny, this is not the, like, how do I differentiate, am I putting too much effort or am I not putting enough effort? And that's why it's not happening.
How do you sleep at night when you don't put efforts? If you sleep
I-
peaceful, you are right. Simple.
Okay.
If you are forcing, and in the evening when you sleep, and you sleep with a sense of failure or with a pain, oh God, I'm trying so much, I'm still not getting, and you're not happy, you're not peaceful, you are trying too much. Don't try. Doesn't matter what people say.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Maybe it is your theme to believe in yourself and not the people around you. And that is what these people as mirror are doing. They are going on telling you, do this, you are not doing this, you're not doing that. And your theme is to believe in yourself. So if you don't listen to them and you believe in yourself, you are pass. You are on your theme. You're on your life plan. These people will stop telling you them. But if you get diverted with the pressure that you get from the society or your family, then see, with this pressure, are you happy? Are you peaceful at night? If you are, then listen to them. If you are not, cut them off. No need.
So the thing is, I sleep fine at night, I'm peaceful, but then it gets coupled with the fear that, okay, अभी मैं अपनी मनमानी कर रही हूँ, या ये मेरी belief है तो मैं ये कर रही हूँ, कल को मेरी शादी नहीं हुई, I'm gonna deeply regret it, and then they're all gonna be like, I told you so. I told you, you didn't even try.
So this
then,
is what you're scared of. People will say, I told you
Yeah.
so. I know this is the worst thing that can happen to people. I told you so, because this is what we do. In India especially, we keep waiting so that I can say, see, I told you so. You know, that comes from the very much of our ego premises. So if you believe in yourself, then doesn't matter what people are going to talk to you and say to you. Don't force yourself of anything. If you're not getting married, find out why you're not getting married. Koi oath to nahi hai, koi curse to nahi hai. So like my elder daughter, she's like 39 now. She isn't married. So, of course, I don't force her, thankfully. But there was a time I also used to get affected by this, because of, again, all the relatives and everybody would say, but till then I was not in this line. So I would tell her, I would look for shaadi.com, and she had a relationship with somebody since 9th class, and it didn't happen. But when that also didn't happen, that's when I took a back seat. I said, no, there is something else. But then we have to find out. There is a curse, or there is a oath, or what is it? What has she come to experience? And she has come to experience very clearly to have faith in her own self. She does not need somebody else to complete her. We have to understand, Chandani, we are not incomplete. And we do not need anybody to come to our life to complete us. Till you do not understand, once you understand this thing, your intention and the reason for getting married is according to your life plan, you will get married on your own, effortlessly. When you're on a life plan, your learning is finished, everything starts happening effortlessly. But if you are not on your life plan and you have not finished your learning, everything that you will do will give you resistance. So believe in yourself. Don't force anything on yourself. Shaadi hi to hai. And listen, marriage is not a religious thing. Marriage is not the need of the soul. Otherwise, we would have been born with our partners in our hands. It is not the need of the soul. Soul came on the earth on its own. ये तो हमारी society ने organized होने के लिए, easier होने के लिए, emotions कम पेन करने के लिए all these rules of being married is made. Now marriage has become an institution, but no, God will get upset with you if you're not married. Believe me, it doesn't matter to him. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Kavita. Any other
Yes.
question?
I guess almost everything is done, but then while you were explaining something, then there were two more points. I mean, Shivani said, do you inherit such people in next lifetime? Probably she was asking
Which type
about
of
the,
people?
I guess she was
Shivani,
asking
are
about
you
the
there?
twin flame.
Shivani, are you there?
Yeah, she is there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Shivani. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good.
You look
Tell
great
me.
in this new hairstyle of yours.
Thank you. See, you like
Yeah.
it or not, but this is what it
You
is.
were talking about karmic account clearance, so this
Yeah.
thought struck my mind. So if I clear my account with, my karmic partners and people who want to teach me something in this lifetime, is it all clear, or do I inherit the same thing again in my next lifetime?
No, you might inherit the same people, but people who are in your life as a karmic teacher now, may next life also they will be in your life, but they'll be soul support because you have already finished your karmic closing was already done. So you will be born with them, but this time it's a soul support.
Okay.
Not as karmic teachers.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, right.
People will remain the souls will remain the same from the soul group.
Right.
But they will not give you pain now.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yes. Fine.
And Sherry said something that she wanted to share something on some topic that you were touching upon.
Sherry, please.
I think you were talking about, I think soul's twin flame or something like that, Ken.
Yeah.
Where in our days we didn't have WhatsApp and we didn't have internet, we didn't have mobile phones. Okay, so we just had landlines.
Yeah.
And my husband was a teacher and he used to do tuitions in different houses. So say my friends in my office my colleagues would decide, we're going to go and have lunch somewhere or something like that, Ken. And there was no way I could inform him that don't come and pick me up. Because obviously I don't know where he is, and though half the houses even didn't have telephones those days. And then I would just sort of think, and he would call me. And I said, I'm so glad you called me because we needed to tell you that I'm not going to come home or don't pick me up or I'm not going to be available or something like that. And then it was a joke between my friends that, use your ESP, use your ESP. So it was that's why I just wanted to share that. It was very funny that, when you spoke about it, it resonated with me so much. That's it.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Sherry. I don't know. I got muted. Yeah, tell me.
Okay. So what I was saying, I think you were talking about twin flames, and sometimes there's no need to speak to each other. I think you were saying something when you don't even need to speak to each other, the other person knows exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So whether it was at home and I decided to just give my husband a glass of water, and he would say, yeah, I'm just going to ask you for a glass of water. Or like that, I would hum a tune and he was got something in his head on the same lines. But what was funny was that when in our generation, those days, we did not have mobile phones. We just had landlines, and half the houses even did not have landlines. And my husband was a teacher, so he used to give tuition from house to house. So in office, supposing we decided to go for lunch, or he had to pick me up, and I didn't want him to pick me up because I was going out with my colleagues, there was no way I could inform him because I didn't know which house he was and I didn't know where he was. But I would just think, and then on the landline, he would call me on the office call and he'd tell me, did you want to say something to me? And I was like, yeah, I wanted to say, that don't pick me up or something like that, kid. And then it became a joke in our office that, just use your ESP. You don't have to make any excuses not to come out with us. Just use your ESP, your husband will call you. So I just wanted to share that too.
And so what happens is, if it is a twin flame, ether is always there. Ether between you both is the same ether, na? If it is a twin flame, so you will think and he will call.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, this is how it happens. But yeah, this is how it happens. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have our next program, Safar Se Safar Tak, on 7th and 8th of January. Ms. Neja, could you please say a few words about what the program is about?
So suffer se suffer tak, SUFFER. Suffer means what you are suffering. If you are suffering and you want that suffering to become your journey of life, to experience it only as a journey without having the pain of suffering, that is where this workshop takes you. So suffer se, English wale suffer se, Hindi ke suffer tak. This is a program where we talk a lot about mind, how it works, how we make our habits, how our belief systems are made, how it affects our childhood, and how it affects our elder life. All this we teach in this Safar Se Safar Tak. It has 2 levels. It has another level where we talk about, it is called Emotional Journey of Soul, where again, for 5 days, we talk about emotions, how emotions are formed, what should you do, and how to experience peace with those emotions, how to heal your emotions, and especially in relationships, and more with the relationships of mother and child, father and child, and husband and wife, or partners, means spouses. So that is the second level we do. The first one is we are doing, I think, 8th or 9th, right? And
7th, 8th, evening class only.
It's only evening classes. It is for 3 hours every day in the evening, so that nobody has to take a chutti. But it's a very, very big eye opener. It teaches you how to be in peace with your own self. So the need to manifest anything, the need to attract anything, it will all go away. And if you understand your mind, then attracting and manifesting becomes very easy. So this is what Safar Se Safar Tak is, the next workshop. Very, very beneficial. And online.
Thank you for this information, Ms. Neja. And those of you who want to become hypnotherapists, you can get in touch with me. Level 1 is starting tomorrow. It's online. And the practical is on 26th morning.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, Devanshi.
Ma'am, I have a question for Neja. Last question. It will take only 2 minutes.
Extra payment hoti is extra charges.
Okay, ma'am, it's just like because maybe I've talked about therapy because I have taken therapies. So people sometimes ask me what they should be doing with, and whatever answer that I give comes from a very neutral place. I either share your contact details, both of yours, or just tell them how it helped me. So is there anything else I should do or I should tell them?
Devanshi, if it is in your destiny or if it is your life plan to contribute to the health of other people, okay, this is your way of contributing.
Because I am pursuing law right now.
Yeah, I know. So this is your way of contributing to people to reach to the place from where they can, their mental health can be taken care of.
Okay.
So this is all you need to do, is just tell them where anything or right thing is available and how it works. That's enough. After this, it becomes the responsibility of the person to make a choice to come or not to come.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Then it will become their choices. Yeah. All right. So I think time is over. Thank you so much for being here. We'll meet again next month. I don't know exactly the day or the date when it will be. Wow. Again, Kavita will definitely get back to you people and you will come to know, and I will see you people again. Please keep your questions ready. If I have the questions before time, it becomes a little easier for me to take them, you know, one by one, and then we don't waste too much time in generating the questions. So it would be good if you can put your questions there. And thank you so much for being in my universe, a part of my universe. And thank you so much for helping me to learn what I have learned today. Thank you. And
thank you so much, ma'am. Really enjoyed the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, both of you. Very grateful.
Welcome.
Bye.